Welcome back to Just Another Game Review. Today we're going to talk about Super Metroid, right after a word from our sponsors. So let me just start off by saying Super Metroid is an amazing game.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, it's amazing. You should, if you've never played it, just go play it right now. But what is Super Metroid? It is, if you've ever heard of the term Metroidvania, it's the Metroid part of Metroidvania. But it is actually the third in the series. Yeah. There was Metroid for NES, then there was Metroid 2 Samus Returns for the Game Boy, and then Super Metroid, which came out in '94 for the Super Nintendo. And it is just absolutely amazing. So you play as Samus, which is a bounty hunter, and it picks up right where the Game Boy game left off. But if you've never played that, it's not that big of a deal. The story is kind of secondary to really the experience of just playing the game itself.
Yeah.
Basically, you end up on this planet by yourself hunting what is known as a Metroid, and you just have to figure out where to go and what to do. And that's the fun of the game.
Yeah.
The level design and everything is just set up so perfectly that you can get lost in just figuring out where to go.
Yeah, there's like so many like hidden paths you can take and secret mechanics that they put in that like the game can take forever to beat, or you can actually beat it really quick depending on how good you are, I guess, or how much you know about it.
How well you know the area.
Yeah, because you get lost real quick, and like certain parts are blocked off. I remember the very first time I played any Metroid game, like the bubble doors with the colors, and you got to shoot it with different stuff. Like I always thought that was really cool when I was younger. But you start off again with your pea shooter, like it's all you got. But then, like very quickly, you gain more abilities, get more stuff, more resources you can use, and I mean, by halfway through the game, you feel like a badass. Like you can pretty much do whatever you want. And like I said earlier, so many mechanics you can take advantage of to help you just fly through it. I didn't, because I'm not that very good at the game. It is a very hard game.
I didn't fly through it either, so don't worry about that. I never looked up a guide until actually I did end up looking up one part. I couldn't figure out how to wall jump.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And it's not like I didn't know how. Like I was just like, this is impossible, and I would like every once in a while accidentally do it. So I had to look up a tutorial on how to wall jump. Other than that, I just got lost in the game.
Yeah.
I honestly
was hard.
Yeah. I honestly thought when we picked this one up, because you've been a little bit feeling under the weather, so we tried to do one that would be a little bit shorter. So I was like, well, Super Metroid, this game's not going to take super long. No, hours and hours and hours I played this game because I just got lost in it.
Yeah, it's a very good game.
You were talking about some of the abilities and stuff.
Yeah.
What were some of your favorite like gadgets or abilities that you got?
The Super Run was probably my favorite.
The Super Run was really cool.
Like, you just run through everything. Yeah. I mean, because like there's a lot of backtracking in this game, so it's like, and the enemies are always going to be there. So it's like whether you got to wall jump on something or go through, blow something up, or you know what I'm saying, blow up this piece of block, get through here. Like it seems like some of these little areas take forever to get through, but then once you figure it out, or once you get the Super Run, like a lot of the areas you can just run through.
And kill everything by running into it.
Which, I mean, wouldn't be that big of a deal if you had to backtrack 100 times, but you're always going back and forth, and it gets a little bit tedious.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know, I didn't ever really feel like I was backtracking. The only time that I felt like I was visiting areas over and over and over again is when I was lost. Like, I felt like if I was doing something too many times, it was because I was doing it, not really because the game was making me.
True.
There was actually, I didn't even know, because even before you can super run, you can normal run.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So I actually got stuck, and I thought that I had, like, you know, locked myself out of the game because I was stuck in this room and I couldn't get from one end to the other before the pillars fell. I didn't know you could run. My copy doesn't have an instruction manual, so I was like, I had no idea.
Did you die at the self-destruct place?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I beat that with a ton of time left. You didn't need to run for that. One thing interesting about the abilities and stuff is there were so many.
Yeah.
I kept feeling like, okay, I got missiles, and then I got super missiles, and then I got a bomb, and then I got super bomb, and I'm like, well, that's probably all the abilities you're going to get. You know, it's 1994. They're not going to have... No, you start getting X-ray vision and just all kinds of stuff. Grappling hook and super jump, and they just kept coming. And different kinds of shots. Freezing shots, and different suits. It was
Oh god.
the depth of the game was really amazing, and
Yeah.
there was a bunch of stuff that you can honestly beat the game without getting. One thing with the exploration and the level design that I noticed was the sense of freedom.
Yeah.
Like, it really felt like you could go anywhere that you wanted. But in reality, thinking back on it, I think the game was honestly pretty linear.
It was. I
Like-
mean, you could go where you wanted, and there wasn't a whole lot of hand holding. But you kind of, I mean, there was a couple times I did get lost, but for the most part, I knew where to go.
Mm.
So, like, I don't know, it was like, I'd get stuck, or I'd be locked out of a few places, and I'd be exploring, and I'd find something, and I'd be like, oh, I better use this here, and I'd
Yeah,
go there.
go
and then
back.
I'd go through there, I'd find something, like, oh, I can use that there. And yeah, I mean, it's backtracking a lot, but I
Yeah.
probably backtracked more than I should have, just because I wasn't good at the game.
Yeah.
But,
One problem I had with it was, like, there would be all these paths you could take.
Yeah.
But, like, 8 out of the 10 paths would be locked by a barrier that you would need an ability for.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's open world, sort of, but it's not really because it locks you out of it. It's more linear than it seems.
Yeah.
But that's really not a negative. Honestly, it was so well designed that I didn't have a problem with that at all. While you were exploring, though, the music that it gives you
yeah,
just absolutely fits the game.
it does.
It's more ambient and dark and foreboding, like, the whole time, and it just
Especially for a Super Nintendo soundtrack. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it
Like,
was dark for a Super Nintendo
Yeah.
soundtrack. It was great though, really.
It made you feel alone while you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it really did. It's not something I would listen to if I was in the car. Like, I'm not going to go download Super Metroid soundtrack, but honestly, for the game, probably one of the best soundtracks I've ever listened to.
Yeah. Who's your favorite boss to fight so far?
I don't know its name, but the one where right before you get the super run, you have to keep pushing him back until he falls into the pit.
Lava? Is it lava?
I think he falls into a pit of lava or spikes. I'm not
No,
sure.
his bones come out the other side?
Yeah, the bones come
Yeah.
out the other side.
That was my favorite boss too.
That was awesome. When it popped back up, I wasn't like
I
was
thought
like,
to fight him again.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, and then like when I first beat it, like I thought I was like, is something wrong? Because it didn't like go back to normal, and it wouldn't let me out of the room, and I was
Yeah.
like, what's going on? And then he just pops up as a skeleton.
Yeah. I thought
Yeah.
I would fight him again too. I was like,
Yeah, that was actually really cool. I guess we should say that we had neither one played this game before. I know that's kind of blasphemy. It's considered one of the best games.
Yeah.
But we're neither one coming into this with nostalgia, and it was just,
It's a good game.
yeah.
And I
There's-
don't even like older games. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I respect older games because I know like they were good then, but like for me to go back and play, I don't go back and play older games. Like the mechanics usually suck, and I can't get into them.
Randy's a hater.
I'm not a hater.
I love older games. That's my passion.
I know you do, and I do too. I mean, I like the older games. I'm not going to play them. Like, there's-
I like them. I just hate them.
But this game, like, I actually had a lot of fun playing, and I didn't play Super Metroid, but I had played the original Metroid.
Yeah.
And I remember beating it, which is weird because like I was young, like real young.
Mhm.
But I can remember beating Mother Brain. I don't know if like someone else got there and I beat it or if I did it. But yeah, I was playing it again on Switch, and that game is really hard. I don't know how I beat it. Like, because I remember always thinking that Mother Brain was the dude from Ninja Turtles, the bad guy.
Oh, I can't remember that guy's name. Like
Krang?
Krang?
Yeah,
something like that.
I always thought they were the same person. Like, I don't know. Because I had the Ninja Turtles game too. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think with the graphics in Super Metroid?
I thought they were really good, actually. They hold up very well. Everything from that era really does. Sprite-based games, they age very well.
Yeah.
And this is no different. It's not the best graphics in the world, but then again, if you would have told me that this was a new indie game, I would have believed you if I
Yeah.
had never seen it before. It was very well done. So, Randy, having played Super Metroid for the last week or so, what did you think about it?
I think it's pretty good. Like I said earlier, I don't really like to play older games. I don't get into them. If I do play them, I'm like grudging through them for a review.
Because I make you.
But this one I really enjoyed, and like I said, mad when it came out, I would have played it a lot more, but I just kind of sped through it. So yeah, I would give it a solid 7.8.
That is so low. So low.
It's a good game. I didn't say it was bad.
7.8 is low.
It's a C plus.
C plus?
I give it an 8.3.
No, don't let me change your mind. It's too late
It's a
now.
B minus.
All right. don't listen to Randy. If you've never played this game, play this game. If you have played this game, play it again. I don't even really want to give it a score because I don't think a number would do it justice. Honestly, so far this has been the best game that I've played. I give it a 9.9.
Man, it's a pretty high score.
I know. Honestly, I might put it as easily in my top 5 games of all time that I've played. Well, this has been our review of Super Metroid, an absolutely great game, in my opinion. Randy's opinion really doesn't matter because it was just not good. Talk the whole time about how good the game is and give it a 7.8. Anyway, that's for another time. If you liked what we did today, give us a like, favorite, subscribe. If not, tell us about it. If you disagree with Randy, which you all probably do, please tell us that also. As always, I'm Zach. This is Randy. We were just another game review.